Hello, welcome to episode 97 of the Zeens and Crochet vlogcast, podcast, chat. How are you? You alright? My name is Rosina. I am a crochet designer and I live in the southwest of the UK, and that's where I am right now. I'm sat in my bedroom because our living room right now is a working from home office. Whose isn't? So I thought I would squeeze in a pod just to have a little catch up, because it's been probably a month, maybe just less than that, I'm not sure. Last week I published a video about how you get your crochet designs published with magazines and stuff like that. I realised that actually I think that needs a part 2, because I've got a couple of good questions that I could answer in another video, as well as all the other kind of, oh yeah, forgot about that kind of issues. So part 2 needs to be on the way. Maybe, just maybe, I could squeeze filming that in this afternoon. I don't know. It's 9:44 a.m. At 10:30 I'm going out to meet a friend, and then I've got to do my taxes. I've counted everything up. I just need to go to the HMRC website and remember my gateway ID and all that stuff. And then I'm working on a new design at the moment to let me do my whip. I've got a couple of whips. I probably left it downstairs, haven't I? Have I left it downstairs? What a dingbat. Oh no, there it is. So, downstairs drying is a cowl that I'm blocking, and it's got bobble stitches on it and some ribbing type stitches. And I've got this much yarn left over. This is a little bit of merino 4-ply and a little bit of mohair lace weight wrapped together, because I have bravely frogged some of this morning because I wasn't paying attention. I'm doing the wrong stitch. But to go with the cowl that's drying downstairs, I'm doing an ear warmer. It's not ready yet, but hopefully, I just thought because I've got some yarn left out of 2 balls of the mohair and 2 balls of the merino, I thought that waste not, want not, let's try and get a project out of the leftovers, and I am praying that there is enough. I do have more of the yarn, but if I'm coming up with a design, it would be nice if people didn't have to just use a few meters of the 3rd balls, because prices tot up, don't they, and things like that. So if I can get an ear warmer out of just this, please, I pray to the crochet gods that it works. So it's a little on the, I mean, it's not going to be one that goes all the way around the head because there's not enough yarn, but if I have some ties on it, I figure if it's enough to cover the ear holes and keep them warm, that's all that matters. So it is a rib stitch, crochet rib stitch. The cowl has bubbles. This will feature bubbles if I've got enough yarn, or there'll be the option to have bubbles on it if you want to get more yarn. More on that at another time, but that's a whip that's actually, it's enjoyable when you don't have to frog it, because if you read my blog, you'll notice that I actually did publish that mohair blog post recently, so I've got a top tips on using mohair up on the blog, and all fluffy yarns actually. So if you're interested in that, do go and have a read, and then hopefully by the time you sort of pick up a project that uses either mohair when held with another yarn or mohair on its own, you've kind of got a better idea, if you've never used it before, of what to expect. So that's my first whip, and my second whip is more of a casual thing. I'm making that Rockmore cardigan. I think in the last podcast I did actually show you this is kettle yarn. It was £10 a skein rather than 17, which I thought was pretty good. It's marketed as a sport weight, but it was, maybe it is, but it looked mega plump for a sport if you ask me. And it's literally just a few meters less per 100 grams than the recommended yarn used in the Rockmore cardigan, which was in an issue in Pom Pom magazine. It's by Anna D, who is a really good crochet designer, so check Anna D out. A-N-A is in Anna, and then D, Anna D. She's got some really good designs, and I'm not surprised that she's in Pom Pom, because this cardigan is just lovely. It's lovely. But because, I mean, literally it was like 15 meters less per 100 grams, so I thought I could get away with it, but it's coming up very small. However, I think did I do a gauge swatch? Of course I didn't. But look at the stretch on that, you know, and it will stretch out that way, so I will block the hell out of it, and I will have this cardigan fit me. So this is the back, this is half the back panel. That's where I am at the mow. And you work the ribbing as you are working the main stitch pattern, and that means switching down a hook size to do that. And literally, when I read the notes, I thought, I'm not doing that. You can get stuffed. And then I told myself off, because actually, just follow the instructions and you might be pleasantly surprised. And I am, because actually I don't mind the swap. I am more likely to lose a hook and have maybe every session I work on this, I'm like, where's the green hook? Where's my green hook? Oh, it's there. But, and this is one of the front panels, I reckon, and there'll be ribbing on here too, so I think it'll fit. I think it will just be quite cropped. We shall see. But it is not a project that I'm pushing to finish. It's at a leisurely pace, and one that I want to enjoy without stressing about deadlines and stuff like that. So just as and when I fancy doing a few rows, it's good. And weirdly enough, when I pick it up, it reminds me of one, The Lost Daughter, the Olivia Colman movie that was on Netflix, and I did a whole load when I was watching that film. And then now Schitt's Creek, because I'm doing a rewatch of Schitt's Creek. It's so much better second time around, honestly. It was good the first time around, apart from I wrote it off very early because I thought it was rubbish. And then a friend of mine went, persevere, because it's good. I don't think you understand it yet. She was so right. Let me show you just a couple more. I showed you some Christmas presents that had opened before Christmas, but I've got a couple more that I think you might like. I'm not going to show everything that I'm working on right now, because this would be a 3-hour video, so I'm just going to try and squeeze in a few different things that are pleasing me right now and making me very excited. So I am saving some stuff for later. But yeah. Let me show you what I got from my sister. I did put a picture of this on Instagram the other day. This is 100% alpaca that my sister has spun and dyed herself. Isn't that amazing? I don't know if she watches this. My other sister watches this video to send herself to sleep, apparently. Go to sleep. But this is beautiful, and I think, we don't know for sure, but there's a high chance that this has come from Puff, our super friendly alpaca. I say our, it's not mine. My dad now has about, I think there's 5 alpacas now. There used to be more, but I think they're quite difficult to keep and argy-bargy a lot of the time. So they've got attitude. Puff, however, is thirsty for hugs. He loves it, to the point where the children run screaming from him because it's quite intimidating. And but he's a beauty to cuddle, I tell you. lovely. But even I am a little bit wary of him. When he approaches, it's like, hold your ground. Yeah. So I need something special to work with this, but I think I've got an idea, and I think it's probably going to involve linen stitch. Hand dyed with indigo. I don't know for sure, but I think I was there when she did it, and it was in the summer. But she hadn't told me what it was, and I think I shared some stories on Instagram about the dyeing process and everything, and I was oblivious to the fact that it was for me. Maybe she hadn't decided at that point that it would be. She has grown woad, indigo, oh man, lots of other plants and things to look at the process of natural dyeing. Buddleia is a good one. I never knew that. Yellow. Buddleia creates a yellow dye. But this is indigo. But she didn't have enough growing, so I think it's bought indigo. But still, I have ideas. And then I got a surprise parcel in the post, which I was thrilled about. And I got a present from Claudia. Let me show you a couple of bits. I got some other bits and bobs as well, like this yarn came with a cute little doggy, just like this, as a long dog, to go with this, a stitch marker, a long dog stitch marker. But isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Okay, so this is a merino double knit from Long Dog Yarns. The colourway is called First Blush, which I had been looking at the website for such a long time, dithering over which ones to get a long time ago, but because they're from California, I just went, no, I can't do that. One day, Claudia from Crochet Luna, granted one of my yarn wishes and sent me some Long Dog colours, because I just think that the yarns that, is she called Brandy? I think so. The yarns that she dyes are beautiful. And I didn't choose this one, even though it was on my shortlist. But lo and behold, I get one sent to me for Christmas from Claudia this year. Thank you so much, Claudia. Now that you've sent this, it means that the confetti sweater by Nomad Stitches has gone on my to make list for this year. And this will be part of it. I'm going to do a major hand-dyed DK stash bust with the confetti sweater and make myself a crazy mishmash of colours, and this will be the star of the show. I'm really looking forward to that, but I'm not going to get it started anytime soon. I've got other stuff to do first, but that will be, by the autumn, I'll be in that jumper, I hope. And then Claudia also sent me this, which is the Z twist yarn, which is apparently great for crocheters. The way it is spun creates a great stitch definition and is sort of less inclined to split, I believe, but I've never used it, so I don't know. But it's got a twist on it, and I do like a twist. And it's just beautiful. And I do think that Claudia is going to kind of look at more, correct me if I'm wrong, but look at producing more. I've got a phone call. Suspected spam. Yeah, I bet it is. Ugh. So I don't know whether to include this in the confetti sweater as well, or if it's a bit plumper than the other DKs. I'm not sure if it's I think it might be a DK. I don't know. So I would like this to be a project on itself, by itself. Watch this space. Watch this space. I don't know, but yeah. So Lunar Yarns, basically. I think it may become a 2022 project to kind of push that forward. But again, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know for sure, and I can't speak for Claudia. But it's gorge. Gorge. Do you want me to talk about this jumper? I have been wearing it ever since I got it back, because ever since I got it back, it's been the weather has been pretty chilly. And so I have been wearing this design. It's called the Riley jumper, and it comes to here, So it's not long, but there's no reason why you couldn't make it longer. It features on the front cover of Inside Crochet magazine, issue 144. It is just a drop sleeve sweater in simple kind of rectangle pieces, shaping on the sleeves a little bit because I didn't want the sleeves to be massive when it came to the wrists, so I have shaped them a little bit so they're narrower at the cuff. Not loads, because I still want a bit of bulk there. The idea was that it had to be kind of it had to be cropped, a bit oversized and cozy and warm. Those were the objectives. That was the part of the brief. But also the main thing was, like, can you make it like the perfect cardigan without it being the perfect cardigan? Sure, why not? I'll give it a go. It's the first time that somebody else has asked me to design an actual garment, and the pressure is just, well, the pressure is on. It's all right, like, dabbling at garments in your own time, but when a magazine has gone, right, you will do this and you'll do it by a certain deadline and it will be graded and all that, it's just like, oh man, that's a big deal. So yeah, it basically stripy, similar length to the perfect cardigan, similar kind of breadth. So and the features are very similar in that this is a join as you go rib, same as the rib on the perfect cardigan, just it's a jumper rather than a cardigan. So, and then all stitched together. I used West Yorkshire Spinners Retreat in lots of different colours. I could not choose the colours for ages, and in the end it's just a question of you're going to have to decide to just plump for whatever. Talking of plump, it's very plump. It's lovely, very warm, and I'm thrilled with it actually. Really, really pleased. Here you go. Ta-da! So here it is on the front cover, and let's see if I can find it. Tell you one of my faves in this is this cable blanket. It looks lovely. That's by Emma Leith. There's a really nice bag as well, and Lindsay from Lottie and Albert has some leopard print socks. I'm trying to find mine, aren't I? There's some really nice things in here, really nice. There's a wrap. I think that's a beauty. And then perched on the end of a sofa, there you go. I'm really pleased. And in the magazine, I'm also really pleased because I graded it from XL to 5XL, and they're all included, which is brilliant. I wasn't sure because it's a magazine and they have to kind of condense things whether or not they would include all the sizes, but they have. So thumbs up. And just to make you want to find the issue even more, just in case you're interested, there's a little interview with me, a designer we love section, and then in case it couldn't be any more Zeens and Roger centric, there's a supplement which has ruffled feathers and emergence of spring in it. So yeah, that's a shawl, a little shawl free thing that goes with the issue, which is issue 144. I'm really pleased, and if I've forgotten to mention anything and you've got any questions about it, do ask. I'm well aware that I'm kind of speeding through this. One, because I've got to go out in 25 minutes, and two, I'm just generally overexcited about it all. And so when I'm enthusiastic, I probably speak a bit too quickly and whatnot. Oh, you can tell I'm trying to slow things down. And then, Should we talk about my hats? I've got new hats on the go, and I'm just taking my hair down. I need to phone the hairdressers today because I've decided that red hair, I'm over it. I'm going to move on. I would like a new dye job. Yeah. I've got 2 hats. These are called January Hues. And then that's it for hats for me for a bit. I've hatted myself out. So this one is the houndstooth stitch. And a nice deep brim, which I like, and it's looking like that. So it's work from the top down, and then you do this section, then you do this section, then you make yourself a pom-pom and you stick it on the top. It's a bit, I do know how to the best way of putting on a pom-pom, but I didn't do it for this one, I don't think, and therefore it's a bit loose, but water numbnuts. So that is one hat, and then this is 2 hats. So this one does not have the houndstooth stitch. This one is just a plain half treble stitch, or half double if you're in the US. Interestingly, unless my tension has changed, the houndstooth does work up just a little bit looser than the half treble plain. You turn with this one, whereas you don't turn with this, so that all the stitches are uniformly facing the same way. But with the turns, whether that has, I mean, it must have made a difference. So this is just a little bit more snug, not small at all, but just maybe bear it in mind. But these are both mediums and they both fit, and I've worn them both already loads. But if you, I don't know, if you are gonna make this one, the houndstooth one, just, this is the medium, and I've got like a normal head, 57 centimeters around, I think. So it's less fitted, I would say, but actually sometimes that's what you want, isn't it? Ugh. You can wear it as a slouchy thing, whereas maybe the other one, well, the other one just sits like that. Hopefully you can see. They have been a godsend in the last few days when it's been white ice outside. So cold. I think, yeah, it's -3 the other day. It's not too bad this morning. I haven't needed a hat, but yeah. So January Hues are out now, and if you use a code, which I think is HATJAN22, you can get 25% off on Ravelry and Etsy. And not only can you get the 25% off the January Hues, you can get 25% off the Anthem hats as well. And there was another hat, 7 Summits, because it's a hat, also has you can apply the discount to it as well. And the Granny Christmas hat pattern the Granny Christmas Santa hat also has it, because it's a hat. But if you're going to do it, I think you have to buy them all in one, or as many as you want, to get the 25% off, because I think it's a one-time use code. I don't know why I did it like that, but I did. And that's until the 31st of January. After that, it goes to full price. Yes, so those are some FOs. This is an FO, and actually with the tea drinking and whatnot, I am getting quite hot now. I want to put my hair back up as well. I was thinking about going not blonde, but maybe blonde with a bit of balayage. I don't know. I think the Schitt's Creek thing has gotten to me, and I'm like, I want hair like Alexis now. I don't know what. Do you think it's age? Do you think you get to a certain age where you go, oh, sod it, I'm going to do all these things? All those things that I just go, no, I'm not sure. You get to your 40s and you go, screw it, let's do it. I don't know. I'm not going to go and get a tattoo or any piercings or anything like that. So hair dye it is. we shall see. We shall see. I might check it out. This is just from a packet, but what I want to do is go to a proper hairdresser's and get a real professional job done. Just in case I ruin it or whatever. And there's no way I could do like a balayage on my own. Not a chance. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention before I forget is that, you know, the Mixtape Medley blanket? Well, I've published the free pattern on my blog rather than the Hobbycraft blog because I'm allowed to now. And it's in US terms, not UK terms, because I figured that there'd be quite a big audience that would be interested in the US terms. And as it's such a huge project and there's so many different stitches, I thought it'd be useful. And also it's in a PDF, so you can just print off one PDF and it's all in one document. Yeah. What else have I got? That's about it, actually, because there's a couple of different things I'm keeping quiet about. Not for any reason. I haven't got any commissions on the go, I don't think. I just wanted to take a bit of a backward step and do some more learning before I kind of go back into commissions. Unless I'm asked, I don't think I'll approach with any sort of I just haven't got the kind of time at the min to do that, especially as I want to do more garments, and I've got a really good idea for the next one for the spring, and I need to work on that. So it requires a bit of brain power and concentration and no distractions. And yeah, 2022 will hopefully be the year of limited yarn purchases. I've got so much stash, I need to use it. I would like to use more, certainly, than what comes in. And just, yeah, make a bit of a dent in it. And stop buying yarn. Don't need any more. Right, I suppose I'm going to go and get ready for my walk and then mentally prepare for doing my taxes. Everything's now added together. I added all the receipts and all the incoming and outgoing stuff yesterday. I mean, I've been doing it as a spreadsheet as I go along, and maybe that's one of the things I can cover in the part two of publishing your own stuff, your own designs and your own patterns. But do let me know in the comments as well if you've seen the first video about publishing crochet patterns and you have questions. You can comment on that video or comment here, and I'll try and add it all into the next video. Actually, that's stupid because I was going to record it this afternoon and I won't see it. Oh man. Well, maybe it'll be part 3, I don't know. Oh, bum, I didn't think that through, did I? I'm sure I've got enough to cover it already. Sort of, I've already got notes down for part 2, so yeah. What are you up to? How was your Christmas? I hope it was all right. Did you get much crafting done? I didn't. I really did. I did not get much done over Christmas. I had like 2, maybe 3 weeks where I had no crochet, get up and go. Wasn't interested really. So I made some hooks instead. I did a couple of hooks, 1 for my sister and 2 for myself. Out of twigs and carving knife. And lots of sandpaper. I might start that again actually because I really enjoyed doing it. But I can only do so much before the blisters start. So, what else did I do? I don't know. Oh, I really want to make a cake actually. I might make a cake. When? What? Yeah. Have you got what? I'm not going to do a make 9. I'm not, because I've got to make like 602. But what? Yeah. If you've got a make 9 or have plans to make things for this year, let me know what it is. Is it crochet? Is it knitted? Is it something else? Well, I think that's it. At 30 minutes and 32, 33, 35, 36, seconds, I will love you and leave you, I think. I'm going to go get my shoes on, get ready, so I'm not late, because I'm always late. So I'm going to try and be early to meet my friend. Come on, hats. I will see you again soon. And the other video I really am excited about is also one about books, crochet books. Whether or not I split it into different categories of books or just do a whole big old video about all of them, I haven't decided yet. It depends, because what I'm going to do is get them all out and put them in a stack and see how many I've got. Then I'll decide. It's quite a lot. Yeah, it's a reasonable amount. Anyway, I'm going to go. I will see you again soon. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're well. Cheerio. Bye-bye.